Hey everybody, Mr. Mac here. I'm at Walnut Creek near North Garden in Central Virginia, and it is a gorgeous morning here on hole 17, signature hole for the disc golf course. And we're gonna do a geo challenge today, and we're gonna throw some discs. We're high up on this hill overlooking the lake and the dam, and the pin or the hole for this hole 17 is all the way down on the far base of the dam, and we're going to do some calculations today using some trigonometry, maybe a little Pythagorean theorem, and we're going to use some smartphone apps, and we're going to wrap it all together and we're going to do some math. Here's the hole right here, the basket, and the tee is all the way up on that hill. So we want to calculate the change in elevation from the tee all the way down here below this dam onto the hole. But we also want to figure out what is the point-to-point distance from the tee to the hole. Because that distance the GPS gives us is not the point-to-point distance, but the horizontal distance, as if you're looking at a flat plane. It says on the map here that the long is 510 feet. Just threw my disc in the lake. Let's get on FIFOX here. This is a physics app, and we're going to do a location with the GPS. What I want to do here, let's go ahead and hit play, and this is going to give us our latitude and longitude, which then I can plug into Google Earth later and then use a measurement tool. So what's it saying here? We got latitude, let's go over to the simple, 37.92 and negative 78 point. It's not going to be, it goes to the hundreds of thousands place here. Alright, I got my granddaddy's Transit. It's really an antique, it's a beautiful tool. I kind of borrowed from my dad. But this is a surveying tool, and we're going to use this to determine the angle of depression from our position up here at the tee down to the hole. And with that angle of depression, and a length, we're going to do the horizontal length that the GPS gives us. Those two things, we're going to be able to determine the altitude and the inline distance from point to point. I could just extend this leg. Okay, so here's the Transit. This is a 10 times scope. We look in through here and line up the point that we're going to measure. This is a leveling plate right here on the tripod, and some leveling pins. These screws right here are brass screws, and I got a bubble here, and I have another bubble down underneath here. Really what I'm just interested in is leveling this horizontal bubble right here, and that will make sure that I'm zeroed, so then when I get my angle here it'll be accurate. So I'm just gonna play around with this to get the bubble. There it is. I hope you could see it centering there. And then yeah, that's pretty good. Just tighten all the threads here against the plate, and now I can pull the pin here. Oh, it's sticky. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to get the focus right because it focuses on things that are in the foreground. Alright, let's see if you can see the pin here through. Can you see it? There it is. Nice. Oh, and look who we have here. Hey! It's Mr. Bayless. What's happening? We just need to read this angle right here, and then we can get our angle of depression. And it looks like, what did you determine it was? So you can see
it's 9.5.
Yeah.
It's right between the 9 and the 10.
Yeah, so this little point, this V looks like that's the 0, and 9.5 looks pretty good. Nice. Alright, so here we have two GPS locations latitude and longitude for the tee box and the pin, and we also have the angle of depression. So let's first take these two GPS locations into Google Maps and see how we can figure out a horizontal distance. We are on Google Maps right here, and I want to find North Garden here. So let's go to Walnut Creek Park in North Garden, and let's see if this will, right, zoomed me way in here. So we're in Central Virginia, and okay, so here's the dam, and here's the tee pads up here for hole 17, and the pin is down here off the dam. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy the longitude and latitude coordinates between the tee box, which we see right here. Our tee box location is, I took at 8:41 a.m. Here it is, 37.921554, and then there's a longitude, and then at 8:45 I took the latitude and longitude for the hole, or the pin where the basket is right here. So you're just going to type this in to the search box here, and I already have my first one ready to go. And so you're just going to type it in, the longitude, comma, the latitude, use all the digits there. And then I'm going to hit return. And there it puts a pin. Okay? So that is the location for the tee box, or where we throw the disc. Now what I want to do is so I'm just going to do the first one there, and I'm going to right click, or I'm going to hit control click, and I'm going to hit measure distance. So I'm going to measure distance and get the starting point right at the base of this pin. And now I'm going to put in my second position here, and then another pin will pop up. This one will disappear. You're going to leave that there, and then the second pin will pop up down here, and then you can move this final position, and then we should be able to read what our total distance is. So it looks like it's going to be around should be around 500. Maybe it'll be slightly less than 500. You figure out what the distance is. You put in that second pin and figure out the distance, and that's the distance we're going to use in the calculation. This is the horizontal distance. Okay, so let's go to the whiteboard. Let's make a sketch. I've got the tee box all the way at the top here and the trees, and I've got the pin at the bottom of the dam. We've got the horizontal line that we zeroed our transit with, and we want to we used Google Maps in order to find this distance here, this horizontal distance measured from the longitude and latitude. We want to find also, using the angle of depression that we got from the transit, the elevation change. So that's from the horizontal, that vertical distance from the horizontal all the way down to the basket or the pin. And we want to find the point-to-point distance straight from where we throw to the basket. Okay, here are the three pieces of information that you will need: the two GPS locations and the angle of depression. You're going to use all of this with Google Maps and a nice drawing to figure out what the elevation change is, as well as the point-to-point distance. Can't wait to see what you come up with.
Yep. There it is. Gotta go get it.